Hi, welcome to an Autocad 2023 video tutorial. Another one of my basic part design exercises, the ironing plate. It's a sweep, an extrude, a cylinder and a spiral pattern. So, let's have fun with Autocad. Okay, I want to start with a polyline on my sketches layer on the XY plane. So this should have, why is this off? Okay, activate it in that direction 2.5 millimeter, in this direction 11 millimeter, then it should go up 11 column 29, then 11 straight up, and then over here, maybe like that. I will need a circle, that circle maybe at the end point, and the radius should be 51. Now I have to move that circle, so select the circle, right click, and the base point would be the intersection point of that trace with that circle, and then I want to move it to this end point here. Then I could trim, so go for trim, select them all, right click, trim here and there. Now let's make this a polyline with P-edit, a closed one. Select this, go for join, select that, right click, enter, and that's a closed polyline. Now move this polyline to the origin, right click, select this as base point and go to hashtag 00. Okay, now I have to rotate my axis system around the x-axis. Select it, go here, default value is 90 degrees, so that will do. So that would be this view here. I will need a circle at 280 column 0, radius should be 50. Then I need a polyline again, which should start maybe at 0 column minus 90, then go straight up 180, then over there 180, and then control right click tangent to that circle and enter. Now another polyline from this end point in that direction 180, and then control right click tangent to that circle again. Now trim, right click, this should be removed. Okay, now make this a polyline with P-edit, select one of these, go for a join, select them all, right click, enter, and this should be a closed polyline. Now go back to our world coordinate system and make a sweep. By the way, you don't have to draw it like this. In AutoCAD, that section will be aligned automatically, but I drew it anyway like this. So go for a sweep, select that profile here, that polyline, right click, enter, choose the path. Okay, now move this one to a different layer, maybe to the solid layer, and maybe switch from wireframe to conceptual. Now let's try to isolate or try to select that polyline and make an offset. So go for offset. The distance should be 22, and I want to select that polyline down below, this one, and offset it to the inside. So this didn't work. Why? Because it snapped. So select it once more, that would be the polyline. Move it like this, then it should work, and enter. Great, now do an extrude with that polyline here, right click enter, make it 11 thick. Then go to 3D move, select it, right click and go to that arrow here in this direction. That distance should be 29. Now go for a solid union, this solid with that solid, and confirm. Great. Now I will need a cylinder, and maybe I should create a point as reference. I will have to rotate it around the x-axis again. Enter. And let's put a reference point at a certain location. And this one should be at, go for draw, go for that node, and it should sit at 90 column 0 like this. And then I can use this as reference point. Now I need a cylinder. This should be removed, so I go to solid minus cylinder. It should sit here at this point, so go for right click, control right click node, select that node. The base radius should be 3, the top radius as well, and the height might be at least, let's go for 60. That's okay. Now I need a helix, but this is wrong. It should be 10 millimeter more. It should be at 100. So select it and go to coordinates, and this should be not 90 but 100. Okay, now go for the helix. The center point should be at that node here. The base radius should be 10. The top radius should be 65. And the height should be 0. Let's take a look like this. Move it to the sketches layer. Check the properties, and it should have 4 turns. Now I want to rotate it, so go for rotate. I want to rotate this one here, the helix. The objects, yes, right click. The base point would be that node here, this one. Now I want to go for, just right click, go for reference, and from the node to that endpoint here, and then move it like this here and snap here. This looks great. Now let's go for path array. That's the object. Right click, and that would be the path, the helix. So it's a little bit more than I expected. In order to make it really precise, you would have to look up the length of that helix. If you want to change here the instances, you just have to click there, then you can change it here, and you need the complete length of that helix. So if you go for associative, you can change it afterwards. So I want to go for associative and close the array and check the length of that helix. So let's select it and check the length. The length is total length about 944. Okay, select this one again, go for array path. I thought it was associative, didn't? That's crazy. That register card doesn't show up. Should. Now it's here. Okay, then I can change it. It was 940, I suppose. So go here, go to 940, and then change that value here to 80. And this should be 940, and then it will align this, but it doesn't go all along, so therefore we have to make this a bigger value. So maybe let's go for 14. That's more like it. 80, 960, that's okay with me. And close the array. Don't know what he's talking about. Now this should not be associative, but it is. So in order to subtract it, you have to explode it. So where's the explode? There's the explode. Select it, right click, it's exploded, and then you can subtract from this one. Right click all of these. Right click, which should give me that nice spiral pattern here. And I'm done. So I hope it was helpful. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, would be really helpful. And you could follow me also on GrabCAD, Facebook, Instagram, and many more. Thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.